What's going on, guys? Angry Manduke here again, and what am I angry about?
You're gonna want to go watch the previous 4 videos on this channel.
Well, two things. One, I'm sitting here waiting for a load, 'cause I just dropped off a load to Walmart DC, and they didn't have any empties, and somehow the planner doesn't understand that I can't get an empty where I'm at, and they can't find me an empty, so I'm probably just gonna have a beat day.
You can do that. You can do anything here.
Boo. But that's not what I'm actually filming this video about. That's just a tidbit of, I figure if I start recording this, I'll probably get the assignment that I'm waiting for. Isn't that weird? Because that's how that works, right? If you're waiting for the pot to boil, start watching a show that you really want to watch, and it'll start boiling immediately. But if you watch it, then it won't.
Oh my God!
But I'm actually angry about Steven Crowder.
It will be Daddy Justice who will be crapping on him this time.
Yeah, I know that's like completely off in left field from what I'm talking about and what I've been angry about lately, which is just randomized stuff, because I like to be angry about all sorts of random stuff, so I'm not like a dedicated political or YouTube news or any of that kind of stuff. I like to jump around and
Jumping through hoops.
have different topics, because one, different topics pulls in new people, and two, different topics is more or less how my brain works. But while I'm driving, I listen to a lot of podcasts and long form type videos, and Steven Crowder is actually one of the people that I watch. So this happened a couple days ago, and yeah, you're gonna get this early actually. I already have videos scheduled until the middle of July, but you're getting this early, so I'm actually filming this on Sunday the 9th, but I think you're gonna get it on Wednesday. So today's Wednesday, right? I don't know that, but if I have time before I get that load that I was just talking about, I'm going to edit this and then upload it, so
Offer good while supplies last.
you guys will be seeing it sooner, and that's because this is kind of breaking news, even though I'm already late.
Something else we have in common.
Because of the nature of my job, it's almost impossible to keep up with current news because of what I'm doing. But this instance pisses me off, so I want to kind of give a breakdown to what happened in case you don't watch him, because I listen to Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, and Dave Rubin, and a lot of Jordan Peterson, and I listen to a lot of different stuff, and ultimately I do listen to other stuff, but these are the long forms, and long forms are actually better for me because, well, I'm driving for 10 or 11 hours a day, and so if I can listen to a podcast that's 2.5 hours long, 3 hours long, that's better for me, because I don't have to fiddle with it very often, and I can just listen. And no, I don't comment very often, but it does happen.
Yes, we can.
All right, so that said, that's one of the things I watch, and you guys might know Steven Crowder from a recent meme where it's, changed my mind. It's that dude. So anyway, apparently he has this big thing with Vox, V-O-X, where, well, they're fake news, and they're funded by Disney or some shit. I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention, because I have to pay attention to the road. Have to. That's not where I'm at right now. But where I'm at right now, you probably wouldn't want to see, and that's why you're looking at me.
It's too much winning.
You guys like looking at me, or you wouldn't watch these anyway, right? He actually is a comedian, and he jokes with people, and he uses their identity as a joke. And it's not like he does it hatefully. He does it playfully. But anyway, this gay Latino guy who labels himself as a gay Latino guy got offended.
And there's no evidence that a Latino student did it.
Because Crowder called him a gay Latino guy.
That's retarded.
And he reported the video to YouTube, and YouTube immediately apparently took Crowder's side because he didn't violate any of the terms, which that's what they're supposed to do, and that's very rarely that they do what they're supposed to do, in my personal experience. But then, this guy didn't like the outcome of that, so he bitched and whined and complained, and now Crowder is demonetized. His entire channel, not just that video, because each video, if it's offensive in some way, can be demonetized. Now, me personally, I'm not monetized yet, but what does this mean for me? Well, if YouTube's gonna demonetize this guy, that's essentially trying to deplatform him in a way of trying to limit the amount of income that he has, because it's taking away the YouTube income, which okay, by the time you're as big as him, he has like 4 million subscribers or something. No, that should not be your only source of revenue, but that is a portion of your revenue, and taking that away, and that includes people like myself. I'm on YouTube Premium because of my friend Holly, who has a family plan and helps me out with that. That makes it so I can actually close YouTube and still listen to it, which is good because I'm driving. I'm not watching it anyway, and that uses less data, so if I have less bandwidth, I can still listen. This all goes down, and what does it ultimately mean for me? Well, if I ever do get big and some idiot doesn't like my edgy form of doing Angry Manduke,
You're like Hitler, but even Hitler cared about Germany.
from even 4 or 5 years ago, because I have been doing it for that long now, somebody doesn't like it, they can have my entire channel demonetized. Now, right now, does that make too much of a difference to me? No, because I'm too small to monetize anyway. I am getting close to it. I'm like 850 subscribers, and I was monetized before they changed those rules. But that's part of the thing. They're always changing the rules. But the thing is, if you're someone who is almost to the point where you can support yourself off of YouTube and you can quit doing whatever it is that you do.
I'm feeling it in my chest.
Which me, part of the YouTube now is actually trucking, so I'm not going to quit trucking.
As hard as you can.
But I'm also not going to quit YouTube.
It's a Texas size 10-4, good buddy.
Unless they start banning people with views they disagree with, like InfoWars, which is something they've actually already done.
We have got to fight back.
Now, no, I'm not a hardcore political person, but I am right, center-right, conservative, and some of the things that I have done on here, including angry about Bernie, or angry about transgenders, angry about gays. No, it's all comedy, and it's all done in that nature. But there is some education that goes with it, and all of it is just my opinions and the way that I perceive things, and that's what I'm trying to portray to you in a comical way. And I don't want people to be offended by that and then get me banned, because no, I don't think I'm big enough where anybody, not even a small fragment of people, are going to see that. Not the people that are doing this kind of shit. And if they're really worried about removing channels as small as mine, that's a problem. But I don't want the bigger channels to be taken down either, because these bigger channels, including as big as PewDiePie, who is more of a right-wing kind of guy, if you've really listened to him, and I have quite a bit, if they start taking that side of things, which that can be devastating in many ways, because now they're leaning the same way that mainstream media in the form of TV and newspapers is, and that's more or less what is killing that form of media, because nobody wants to just watch one side of things. And in the case of YouTube, you can get whatever you want on demand, but if they start taking some of the things that you want out, and if they're looking at the fact that they have a lot of big right-wing channels, then they might not want to piss those people off. Because ultimately, if they get to a point where they're big enough, they can't actually create a platform that they would be able to speak with. And if they created a platform that they could speak with that was like a monthly subscription, such as YouTube Red, then they could actually move their viewers to that base and pay their creators just as much, if not more, to have free speech. Which is why I am actually making copies of all of my videos and keeping copies of all of my videos, so that if such a thing does arise, I'll move, so that I still have the opportunities, because I may not have the opportunities by the time I get there. So anyway, guys, this video is going on long enough. I want to thank you for watching. Wouldn't do this without you. I'll see all my friends later.